Okay, now when you're done with your part and you want to make a drawing sheet and you want to use the template that you already made, make sure SolidWorks have access to it. How do you do that? You just need to go to options and then go to file location, and we're gonna add the folder that has the templates on it. So go to wherever you put that templates folder, just need to hit OK, select it and hit OK. See, now it's listed over here. You hit OK, yes, let's just say no and no. And once you have that, just make sure you have that access. If you create a new document in your drawing sheet, make sure you go to advanced, and then you will see several tabs here, and you can click the one that has the templates you want to use. Let's say I want to use that. Okay, if I hit OK, as you can see I have that templates, and I'm going to go here to the palette. I haven't opened the part. I'm going to go to model view. Yeah, I'm going to select the model that I want to use with the drawing sheet. Go next. I'm going to select, let's say, the front view as the main view. I'm going to click it over here. Go and move your cursor to the top, and if you click, you will have the top view. If you put your mouse on the right side, you will have the right view, and the same thing with the isometric view. Then hit escape when you're done. Now I have all the views we need. As you can see, if you move your cursor right in here, it's going to change the cursor, and you will see like a cross sign. It means you can move it around. See that? Same thing here. See that? It changed the cursor, and if you select the main view and move it, it will make the top and the right view also move, because it needs to be aligned, and it's automatically will be aligned. And if you select the top view here, you cannot move it left and right, but you can move it up and down, because it's maintaining the alignment with the front view. Same thing with the right view here. You cannot go up and down, but you can go left and right. Okay. Now, how do you change the scale here? If you want to change the scale, just put your cursor around here, right click on it, and then go to properties, and I want to change the scale to be 1:1, for instance. By changing the scale over here, it means we change the global scale. Okay, right click, properties, 1:1. I forgot the unlock here. Hit OK. As you can see now, it becomes bigger, and the global scale changed from 1:2 to 1:1. You can also select it individually. Let's say the isometric view, you will make it smaller. You can select from here 1, 2, just for the isometric. So you can do that individually by going to here. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the right view, because I want to replace it with the section view. So I'm going to go here and delete it. Say yes. I'm going to put the section view over here. I'm going to go to layout tab and go to section view. Click on it, and then I want to make sure it's going through the middle. Select the center here. Hit OK. And as you can see, I will have my section view. I'm going to put it, let's say, over here. Click on it, and you have that section view. Okay. Let's talk about the front view. The front view here is the main view, because this is the first view that we put into the drawing sheet. What is the difference between the main view and not the main view? If I select here, I'm going to change the display style here. I'm selecting the front view, which is the main view. If I change something, it will change to every views. Let's say I want to select the hidden lines to be visible. I'm going to click on it. As you can see, all the views will be changed, and you can see the hidden lines on all the views. But if you select a view that is not the main view, let's say the isometric view, and I change that to anything, it will not change the whole thing, because this is not the main view. So it will only change the particular view that I select. Same thing as selection view here. I want the hidden lines to be removed. Hit OK. Okay, good. Now, how about the tangent edges? I can remove it. I can right click on it, select tangent edges. I'm going to remove it on that view. Okay, same thing here, right click, tangent edges, you can remove it. Same thing, tangent edges, remove it. Right click, tangent edges, remove it. So you can make it visible or you can remove it. Now, the next step to do is, let's say I want to make a center line. So I can go here under annotations. There should be a center line and also center mark. Center mark, you use it for the arc or circle. Yeah, it's automatically in here. You can click over here. Let's say I don't have it, I'm going to delete it. You can use center mark and select one of the circle here, and I can customize it if I want to. You can uncheck this, you can select mark size, or you can get rid of the extension line. You can see that, make it bigger, whatever you want. You can customize it through here. Let's say you want extended lines, not a problem, hit OK. And then center line, if you select the view here, and then I'm gonna select, let's say, the front view, SolidWorks will drop the center line for that view. The same thing in here, select view is checked, so if you select the view, it's gonna drop the center line for that view. If you don't have it checked, you can also control, let's say I want to put a line between these two lines, so I'm going to select one line, second line, so SolidWorks will put in between the lines you selected. The same thing in here, 1 and 2. So as you can see, I have a new center line in here. Okay, the next step to do is to put the dimensions on it. Okay, there are two dimensions, which is the model items and also the reference dimensions. The best practice is to use the model item as much as you can, because when you want to change the dimensions, you don't even have to go back to the part and change it. You can do it in the drawing sheet. Let's do that. I'm going to select model items, click on it. For the source, I'm going to make sure I'm selecting the entire model. You can select any views or entire model, and then I'm going to, under option, I'm going to check include item from hidden feature. If I hit OK here, there you go. I have my dimensions that I put on my sketch level transfer into the drawing sheet. It's kind of messy still, but we can work on it. We can make it nicer. And the first thing I want to do is to move some of the dimension from one view to another view. Okay. So let's say this 1.5. I want to move this. I want to move this from the right view to the top view. So what I need to do is to hold on the Shift key, drag that, and let's put it on top of it. So I can move the dimension from one view to another view. I can center it if I want to make it clean and nice. See that? But if it's too much, what I usually do is to delete the one that I don't want. Click in here and delete it. Delete this one right here. So I can customize it by using the model items again, but I'm not going to use entire model. I'm going to select the front view. Once I select the front view here, drawing view 1 is selected. If I hit OK, it's going to put the rest of the dimensions in here, just on the drawing on the front view. Now to make it nicer, I'm going to try to make the text smaller or bigger. This depends on the model dimensions. For this case, I want to make it smaller. So how do you put the text smaller? I just need to go to options, and you go to document properties and dimension here, and you can select the font size. Let's make it smaller, make it neater and cleaner. Hit OK, hit OK, and as you can see, all the dimension change to a smaller size font. Okay, I'm going to make this one in the middle. Make this one in the middle. And then I want to make this one in the middle, so I can move this. Now, We have to pay attention of the extension line. There should be a gap between the extension line and the part. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this and move it over here. And if you see a point here, you can grab it and move it. There you go. So I have a gap, a little gap between the extension line and the part itself. Another thing I want to move is this one right here. Make sure it's pointing to the correct fillet. So I'm gonna move the direction of the arrow by clicking on the points here. The same thing in here. I'm gonna go here and change the direction of the arrow by clicking on here. Okay. Now let's change the decimal place. How do you change the decimal place here? So if you go to this area right here, edit document units, let's go to decimals. I'm gonna make it 3 decimal place. If I hit OK, there you go. I have now 3 decimal places instead of 2. Section AA. But sometimes this one you can also change it. If you go to leaders, you can have a radius, you can have a diameter, you can have a what we call linear dimensions. See that some people have something like this, so don't get panic. How do you change to a diameter? Just go to the leaders here, select this, see that, and you will have that. You can also change the direction of the arrows here by clicking in here or in here. See that? So if you want, you can do that. Now, how about the text? Let's say I want this to be 2 times our typical fillet. You can do that. If I click here, I will be able to put a text here, TYP. Okay. If you put it on the top, you can see that. You can put it before, after on the bottom. So you can actually add a text on your dimensions, but just leave this radius, so you will still have the radius that you need. Okay. Now I'm going to delete this because we're not going to need it, but I just want to show you that it is doable. Another one here, TYP for typical. Make sure they are all caps. So we have that dimension. Okay. Next one. We have that. We have the try to make it clean. And then for the counter bore, I can just select the call out, select the counter bore, and then click over here, and it's good. You should give you the counter bore. F key to fit everything on the screen. Now, how do you access this block? You can right click, go to the sheet format. Let's say I want to double click on the username here. Put your username and the team name. Hit OK. And when you're done, for instance, you can just right click and go back editing the sheet, and you will have this one back. And the drawing title will be automatically pulled into the block. So if you want all caps, what you need to do is to save your drawing sheet as a cap, and it will give you all cap later. Save it, save all, review the save documents. As you can see, now it changed to caps, and it's aligned with the file name of the sheet. And if I want to show you something here, you can also use smart dimensions. For instance, here I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna select, let's say this radius to be 0.75. This is what we call the reference dimension. It's going to be gray. It's going to be under parentheses. Okay, and the model items will be black. And the big difference between the two is what? That we can actually double click the model items. Let's say here, double click. Let's say I want to change this to 2.5. If I rebuild it, hit OK. So as you can see, everything changed without I need to go back to the part, and the part will be updated. But the model, the reference dimensions here, you cannot double click and change it. So that's the big difference. So use model item as much as you can. 2.75 here, I'm going to rebuild it. Hit OK, and you will have it. Okay, another thing that I want you to learn is how to put the detail view. Say I want to make sure I can see this area right here. You can go here, let's go here. So I can put the detail view over here. Just to show you that you can actually do the drawing detail view. Let's go to detail view B, so you can put over here. Okay, so go to file, save as, again screen 2006, under lecture, save it. Yes. There you go. Thank you.